Mexico City was a great opportunity for me because I want to touch the kids. Like I want to touch them. Like I want to be able to, and not only in English but in Spanish. So.
Welcome, everybody. It's another exciting edition of the Sports Hole. I'm your host, Luke. With me, as always, XFL Jim, Rock and Roll Matty Goldberg. What's up, dudes?
What up, boys?
What's up?
What a weekend.
What a weekend indeed. Oh, my God.
Especially for you, Luke.
It was
Good
great.
time.
And I love that I didn't have to suffer a heart attack watching it either, as I'm sure... I will have to this weekend. Hopefully in a good way.
You guys are fine.
Well, next week is the two best teams, Michigan and Arizona, will go face to face. They're almost mirrors of each other.
Yeah.
Both loaded teams, both the two best teams.
And two of the hottest teams in UConn and Michigan and Illinois right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are... obviously to get to the Final Four, you got to be hot. But Michigan and Arizona have loaded talent, and Duke had loaded talent too. It's just they don't finish games, and
that was one of the worst finishes the biggest collapses I've ever seen in my life.
It was a massive collapse. They did it 2 years in a row. This one was a little different because it came out of nowhere. It just...
They just had to get the ball down court. I mean, that's it.
No, they still didn't. I think there was enough time on the shot clock. He could have.
Oh, like they could have just hung out in the backcourt.
Yeah, he could have hung on the
ball. He didn't need to just immediately chuck it like that.
Pass it. He could have held it and got a foul.
Yeah,
or be a little more safe. But the thing is, so you watch the first game, and Michigan absolutely just dominates. Like you didn't have to. The whole second half, there's no drama. It's a given. And then this game, you're like, the number one seeds are just dominating. So second half, I got a little Stuttering John on. I'm kind of like dosing off while watching it. But then it's like, it's 19, it's 15, it gets down to 11. And you're like, okay, UConn's got a little fight here. And then it gets more interesting and more interesting. And then like 2 minutes left, I'm perked up. And I'm watching. And Duke just doesn't finish. And this one was weird because it happened where you don't expect it. Like, let's say UConn or Duke, let's say the ball got tipped. UConn calls a timeout with 9 seconds. You have a thought in your mind that like, wow, Duke could blow this game. That's a possibility. You just didn't see it coming. It was one of those moments, my mouth was wide open when the ball went in.
Yeah.
It happened so fast and so shocking. And where, like, UConn's at the foul line, down by 3 with 10 seconds. Guy misses the first shot. It's almost impossible they win if he makes both shots. Especially against a good team that knows how to get the ball in and knows how to beat a press, which number one seed like Duke should. But it just happened so fast. It's crazy. One of the great games of all time.
It was awesome. And I'll keep bringing it up every time you say UConn. The fun fact, Dan Hurley at UConn
never loses.
Well, if he makes it past the opening round, he wins the Natty.
And that's what makes it dangerous because they're not the best team. Duke has so much more talent to them. But there's something about their fight. There's something about they don't give up.
Why didn't Shire call a timeout, by the way?
I don't know if he can. I think one of the players has to, right, with the ball. I mean, he could have called it under the basket to set something up. That he could have done. But sometimes you want to just, like, you don't want UConn to be able to set up there or, like, have a plan. And that was the thing of why the shot happened was Duke didn't have a chance to like get in the defense, Oh
yeah.
So it was like a fire drill where everybody, it was like craziness. And then the guy's got to hit the shot, and he had the ice water to fucking just drain it. just drained it.
Made it look easy. God.
Yeah, it's one of those games that like forever will go down in history. I was thinking about it. There's a game like every 10, 20 years in sports that you're like, okay, you saw one of the greats. And I
Yeah.
gotta say, this is one of the greats.
Now this will be like right there replayed with the Leitner shot, I
Yep.
think.
And
Especially
Leitner beat
if
UConn
UConn goes
too.
on to win.
Leitner beat UConn in the final eight, I think in 1989 on a buzzer beater. So UConn is getting the revenge. They beat him, I think, in 98 to win the final four. And this was to get the revenge too, but this game will go down in history.
Yeah,
Damn right
it
it will,
was
Matty.
great. Do you think? I mean, Duke just sticking with these youngsters, like these freshmen all the time, it hurts them in situations like this because
Sure.
that's what I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's something about their mental toughness, and I think it's crazy because last year they collapsed. They were up by like 8 with a minute and a half to go, and they lost to Houston. And you're kind of like, okay, never again. As a coach, John Shire has to be. This will never happen again, and it happened again. And now you're questioning, like, is there something about their mental toughness? Is there something how they're made up that they don't play tough coming down the stretch? I mean, this is now 2 years in a row where, as bad as last year was, you're like, let's fucking fix it. But they're probably gonna get big time recruits next year.
I think that's just their brand. It's weird
Yeah,
because he basically became what Calipari's Wildcats were,
sure. And they
which
get
you
farther
never
than
thought would
Calipari.
happen really with Duke. Duke always had a
No,
good like. They
yeah.
didn't always have like the talented, the most talented people or the
Well, I think
pro
Coach K was
prospects.
against it. He was kind of like Dabo Sweeney, where Dabo Sweeney doesn't like the portal, and Coach K is like, "Yeah, we're not going to do that one and done. Like you
Right.
come here, you play 4 years," and then he gave in, and so they've kind of that's their brand now, and uh, it's a very weird thing. I mean, Duke's an interesting place. My sister lived in Durham for like a year, I think, and I visited. Durham is an awesome city, by the way. I don't know if you guys ever been.
Yeah.
Never.
It's small. It's really cool. But I was like, you're walking around, everybody there is wearing North Carolina Tar Heel shit. Nobody likes Duke unless you like. I was like, shouldn't people like Duke if they live here? They're like, they fucking hate Duke. Duke is like seen as like the enemy there. It's really interesting. Even like, unless you go there, I'm sure they have people because they're like a national brand, but like even in the city of Durham, they are hated. Like my brother-in-law is from North Carolina. He hates them.
I
It's a
love that.
weird, it's such a weird situation. I don't know if there's like a school in Nebraska that's like that, where it's like, because nobody there is from North Carolina. They're all a bunch of Yankee Jews, let's be honest. And, and so the people there just fucking hate him because it's just elitist pricks that go there. And I could say that because I'm a Shuli, but um, it's a very weird thing. Like there's such a weird brand. They're a lot like the Cowboys as well. I'll be right back, guys. I won't be gone. I just gotta
I mean,
drop
yeah,
off.
it's Duke, Yankees, Cowboys,
Yeah.
Lakers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Duke's weird. Their whole brand has changed, but they're still as hateable as ever.
And it's weird for me because I definitely don't hate the football team. But Duke basketball is like just everything wrong with everything.
Right. Well, their football team is complete underdogs and everything.
And they're like
So it's like cool when they
they're
actually
like
win.
gritty kind of too, the way they play. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I've always hated Duke. Just almost everybody outside of you know the Duke family hates Duke. It's like when we were growing up, they just always had all these white guys who would draw fouls and hustle and
That is the quintessential Duke thing is having you got to have at
yes.
least one of the most annoying white dudes
Oh
to
yeah,
ever
sometimes
grace
they'd
the
have a
planet.
couple at a time. They always like kept generating them that Leitner and
Reddick.
who's the little guard I always forget about. But
Oh, Allen? Was that Grayson Allen?
no, well, that's like way later.
I don't care. That fucker was so annoying to watch.
Or Bobby Hurley, yeah.
Oh,
Bobby
yeah.
Hurley, Danny's brother, actually. Like
Yeah.
Bobby Hurley was just so freaking annoying, and I think he just got fired by Arizona State too. So, um, but like then they had Cherokee Parks, like the worst name you could ever have, Cherokee Parks for a white guy. Like it's just and now they're just like this elitist 5-star recruit people, which is like the opposite end of the spectrum and equally as annoying. Now it is
It,
full like Yankees territory.
it's so bad. Like it's the same thing where it's just a bunch of people that they root for Alabama football through the 2010s. They just
Yes,
root for like the top brand.
absolutely. Now they're all rooting for Indiana. So
Okay. How long until Indiana gets annoying?
The what?
I don't know. I haven't heard him peep up
Oh,
yet.
it is. That's the beauty of sports. It's like I remember when the Chiefs were the up and coming team, how hard I rooted for them in the Super Bowl. And then like I find myself hating the Chiefs the next few years.
Do you think
I
if
That-
Taylor
know
Swift never came along, you would still have a problem with the Chiefs?
I hated them way before T Swift.
Oh,
Like
really?
I
Okay.
remember the Patriots when they won in 2001, they were like the darlings of
Yeah.
football.
Oh, yeah.
And then by 2 years, they're the evil. Sports is so like that, where you love a team, and then it's like the Dodgers right now. I mean, I'm sure everybody hates the fucking Dodgers. It goes fast, and then college basketball, because the bigger schools can keep recruiting, they're always going to stay on top. So you always have a reason to hate them.
Yeah.
And Duke is they're a special brand. Like they are an interesting brand, and uh, people really rejoice when they choke. And then Danny Hurley's such an interesting fella because, like, I think he's a really great coach, but
Did
I
you
also
guys
feel
see
like,
him headbutt that ref?
He
yeah, I
said he
think that
thought
was
he
a little
wanted to
overplayed.
chest one to or he wanted a head bump or a chest bump or something.
Yeah, I
But
don't
he's
know
just
that.
doing him a solid.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he headbutted him like it was like a violent headbutt, but he's a psychopath, and I can't figure out if he's hamming it up or it's almost like you become what people want you to become, and then you ham it up, or he's really a maniac, like because he's fun. He's good for sports, I think.
I think so too.
So you guys
You
got
And
my
he,
text
college
about that
basketball,
guy?
you need these asshole coaches.
yes, and
You
he's
got my
like when the
text about
guy
that
made the shot, he started kind of like like doing this weird kind of like he looked like Mr. McMahon doing the strut. Like it was funny because it was like they're down the whole game, and there was a moment too when Tracy, whatever name, tried to interview him, and it was a hot mic moment, and he's like, "Don't ask me what we were looking at," and it was like a very bad hot mic moment he had, and like Belichick is like that too. I mean, Belichick gives you very little, but that's his brand too. And Belichick knows what he's doing, and he loves like when people are like, "This fucking dickhead," he can give you an answer, and he gives you an answer that's not an answer, and he outsmarts you in that way because he answers the question by being as vague as possible, and
Yeah.
like he knows what he's doing. And so there's coaches that kind of connect are fun. I think they're good for the game.
Joe
I
Mazzulla's
agree.
getting that level too with the Celtics.
Yeah,
Damn right.
he's a character.
He's
He's
pretty
definitely a
Uh,
fun.
character.
But I say that text. I had some guests over the weekend here, and one of them
sure.
is a commercial producer. They were producing a commercial for UConn men's and women's basketball,
Yeah.
and he did Gino, and he said like Gino Oriema was
Sure.
great.
Yeah.
They were trying to film Danny. They could not use any of his takes. He was just such a he was just all over the place, and just I know spaz is some sort of slur now, but I don't know how else to describe him in that
See, that
context.
makes you feel like it's really him because like that's where you don't have to really ham it up in
Yeah.
between takes. But like I remember him as a player, and if you know his story, um, he came right after his brother, or his brother was like a senior when he was a freshman, and he wasn't that good of a player. He played at Seton Hall, and his brother as a freshman was like a phenom. And I remember they used to chant Danny's or Bobby's better. And he was a dirty player. He tripped a guy once. He had a lot of emotional problems. And you expected a lot from him because of the name. And the father was this like big time coach in New Jersey. And he was a very, he was like a seventh man on Seton Hall. And he just was like, okay, he was just not that good. And his brother was a legend. And then became a great coach. He really did. I mean, he's a much better coach than his brother. He just gets
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
His brother just got fired too. So
Yes. And his brother was a much better player.
Did he
yeah.
bring his brother back on staff for a little bit, or just
We'll
consult or
see.
anything?
We'll see. I mean, they coached together at a very small school in New York called Wagner. And then Bobby went to Buffalo, and then Danny went to Rhode Island, and then from Rhode Island he went to UConn. And that was another thing. He got offered the job for the Lakers a few years ago, and he turned it down. And like sometimes you just know, like like Billy Donovan is a great college coach. I heard he's coming back, but like he's just in the pros, like nobody thinks about him as a great coach in the NBA.
Well, he was. I mean, he was coaching those Thunder teams, right, with Durant and them. Was he there yet?
Not sure,
Because they were.
but
I mean, they were. That team was
I mean
close
he's
to
got
knocking off the
two
Warriors. But
national titles. I think he's got a couple, three or four
oh
Final
yeah,
Fours.
he left Florida too, and then he was supposed to go to the pros originally, and then
Yeah,
returned
sure.
back to Florida. I think then he got that second championship, and then took
There's
off
a
after
rumor he's
that.
going to North Carolina because Hubert
Uh,
Davis isn't coming back.
well, he's still with the Bulls, so which
Yeah,
means he's like under contract at least until whenever the regular season wraps up.
sure.
So it's if they want to wait for him that long.
Well, the last four coaches, you got Dusty May, who's a very like, just seems like he's very together, very respected, very normal, very intense though.
Yeah,
You got Tommy Tuberville, is that his name?
Tommy Lloyd,
Tommy
Tommy
Lloyd.
Lloyd at
You're
Arizona.
thinking
Just
of
Tommy Tuber.
yeah.
esteemed slash disgraced senator Tommy
Well,
Tuberville.
is that who? All right, Tommy Lloyd just is like a nice guy. I
Yeah,
saw like you can tell by when they get interviewed during the game, and the lady was like, "You're a perfectionist." He's like, "Oh no, I'm not a perfectionist." And he's just very down to earth, very normal. And then Brad Underwood, is that the Illinois coach?
yeah,
Yes.
He just seems like a basketball lifer. Like just like he's gonna live and die coaching basketball, and seems like a pretty together guy. But then, Danny Hurley is the exception. Danny Hurley is a fucking maniac.
yeah. I don't know how. I mean, can that? How long of a career can you have behaving like that? I mean, geez, can you go into your 60s like that?
Just wait until they,
Sure.
they keep pumping up heart medication. They keep making that better. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, he's a character, and I guess his players like it. I mean, there's that great video where I remember they lost, like, I think the second round game, and he's walking in the tunnel, and the other team's waiting to come in. And he says, I hope they don't fuck you like they fucked us today.
Right? Was that last
Uh,
year?
I think a few years ago.
I think that was a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was a hot Mike Muller. He's like, I hope they don't fuck you like they fucked us. And I could just see there was like some of the bench warm, like he was saying it to like the whole team. And some of the guys are just like, what?
Well, I think that's a nice comment. He's
Yeah,
looking out for these guys.
sure.
Look,
But
hopefully
he's a
they don't.
character, man. He becomes like I know a couple of the players, but I know like he's like Bobby Knight, where like Indiana was Bobby Knight. I mean, I think that's sometimes unfair to the players, but it's like Signetti too. Like you say, like now Signetti's such an interesting guy. Like Ray, we got quotes from in the summer practice because some guy was wearing gold cleats. It was like a transfer,
Oh
and it
yeah,
was
Nick Marsh from
yeah
Michigan
from Michigan
State. Yeah,
State, yeah. And it was like, yeah, we don't feel those gold cleats here. We don't do that here. And it's like, everybody wants the next Signetti kind of
right.
quote, facial expression. It's
That
big
would be funny
bucks.
if people just started like imitating all of that too. Like,
I
Yeah, I mean,
like the difference from people like from college football to college basketball coaches because like college basketball coaches are supposed to be animated and
yeah,
crazy and aggressive,
yeah,
and college football coaches people expect to be like stoic and never happy
right.
and
yeah.
always
Like,
just a little mad.
I mean, college basketball through the years I'm thinking like Coach Tark the Shark would eat a towel. And this guy would eat towels on the
Yeah, it was the
sidelines.
weirdest habit I've seen, I think.
I mean, I always loved that the guy Sean Miller would like he would sweat through his shirt, you know,
Who's that coach at Temple who's always like
John
drying his
Chaney.
head off
Yeah, I
with
mean,
a
these
tie?
guys are fascinating guys. Calipari's a maniac on the sidelines. Rolly Massimino at Villanova
Oh
back in the
yeah. I
day.
mean,
Louis Carnesecca with the sweaters. I mean,
Jim Valvano was
Jim Boeheim was like a whiny little bitch. Uh, you had he's keeping the tradition going of like these larger, even Coach K, because he
by the way,
was
we're all naming basically East Coast guys.
true, very true.
Except for Bobby Knight.
Yeah. I
There's
mean,
a
Bobby
lot. There's
Knight
a
was
lot
a
of emotion in the
maniac.
East Coast.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobby Knight was insane. You'll never see that again.
No,
That
I
that
mean,
level of insanity.
well, Gottlieb threw a Doug Gottlieb threw a chair
Yeah,
this
he's a
year.
maniac too.
It's funny to watch him lose, though. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I mean, I think also like John Shire is a nice guy. He seems like
Yeah, he
a
looks like a
good
decent
guy,
human. He's like a kind of guy you'd want to be your neighbor. You know?
but it's like he's not going to get fired as long as they recruit the way they recruit. But it's like, okay, this is a problem now.
No, I'm telling you, you give them 2 more years, and even if they're in Final Four or whatever, if they don't get a championship, they're going to start, talking about it. I don't
Oh
care.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just remember, Coach K took him a long time to finally win one. He went to the Final Four about 4 times before he
Well,
finally
he
got it
also
done.
built that
Yeah,
program,
he did
though.
build it, and he almost
There was
got
no
fired before he
expectations.
built it.
Now it's
Yeah,
complete expectations there.
absolutely. But they are still getting the recruits.
Yeah.
Once they started losing those recruits to North Carolina, our Michigan, and some of the bigger schools, then there's going to be a problem. But people still like going to Duke. I mean, there's something about playing in that little place with the fans and and the idea too that you're a hated group, man. You're the bullseye's on your back everywhere you go.
Oh, yeah.
That they
Duke
can always
versus the
point
world.
to. They can always just be like, "Hey, look at the amount of money that we have of players making in the NBA."
Oh, yeah. That's
Dude,
what
Like,
all
Calipari
yeah,
would do. He'd be like,
same
look, I
thing.
got 1.5 billion of contracts in the NBA right now. You want to
I
come
mean, you
here?
got two guys, Cooper Flag and Knibler, two of the best players, rookies.
And they
Boozer will
didn't win a
probably.
championship with those guys, Matty. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, they can't finish games.
Yeah.
They can't finish. Like, are they a better team than Houston last year? Houston was a great team, but they were a better team.
I mean, look at just goes all the
They're,
way back to Michigan when they had the Fab Five, all
yeah.
freshmen starting. 2 years in a
But you
row, they
know
made
what?
the
In all
finals.
honesty,
They couldn't
though,
get it
like
done.
the team they lost to Duke was better.
Yeah.
Duke was a better team. I mean, they had because guys stayed longer, and Leitner, in my opinion, was the greatest college player I've ever seen. Who
Oh
played
yeah,
4 years.
sure.
He didn't really translate that well to the pros, but as
He was an
far as
okay
college, he was
journeyman,
the best player I've ever seen
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah.
And they had Bobby Hurley, they had Grant Hill. I mean, that was a loaded fucking
It was
team.
Grant Hill that won that game, though. That guy,
Yeah,
Grant Hill, was awesome in college. I
yeah.
mean, he was an amazing player.
I was sad to
I mean,
see A Cup get knocked out of the tournament, by the way, because he's so
great,
fun to
great
watch.
player,
He's
great.
so
But he's
fun
an
to watch.
NBA guy. He's gonna go to the NBA. He's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
get his
Oh yeah.
18. He's a total like one-on-one guy. Calipari had to build his team a little deeper. They only play like 7 guys. They don't play any defense, but they're fucking fun and they're fun to bet the over on.
Oh
Like
yeah, they are.
I hit every over with them.
They were a fucking blast.
All right, we got
Yeah.
predictions for these games coming up on Saturday.
I mean, God, the
Michigan,
the
UConn.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Repeat. That's a repeat, right?
I think if Michigan stays hot, they're the best team. If they're in rhythm, the thing is they got to stay in rhythm. I think they'll win that, and I
what?
think UConn has enough magic to get by Illinois. And then it's going to be
Illinois is
really
playing
hard.
fucking crazy right now.
And
Though.
they're the
They're
betting
playing
favorite
really
right now
good.
too.
They're the most underrated team, but I still have to say, I'm going to say Michigan beats UConn, just because I have a weird feeling UConn has this like toughness of like they just find ways to win. They have a
Yeah.
coach that like gets them to win somehow.
You know, Matt, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Illinois, Michigan, and the Big Ten gets its first championship since what 2000.
Yeah.
Been that long?
Michigan State did it pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's been
Wow.
so long.
Even though they've had the best conference several times in that period.
Yeah, it seems like they gotta get it this year, but
have not
like
been able to.
Arizona's really good.
I do think the Big 12 is the best conference, and Arizona is still like the craziest thing to me about Arizona is they're scoring all these points and winning these games. They don't shoot the three that well, or like they
No.
don't attempt that many threes.
They got that one bench player with the worst haircut.
They're fucking crazy efficient.
Yes. And they have a good mixture of young and old. That freshman like Pete is great. They got a great 6-man. They got a couple big guys. I mean, they're very equal to Michigan. I mean, I think
Yeah, they're
Lundenborg is really good.
pretty
Uh,
mirrors of each other.
Cadeau has been playing better, not turning the ball over. They're so well coached, both teams too. I mean, Dusty May, like he was the best pickup as a coach 2 years ago. I mean, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, they nailed that for sure.
They
Everybody's happy
lucked
about
out
him.
for sure. You gotta give Iowa their credit too. Like Iowa
definitely.
had an amazing year, and Nebraska had an amazing year. To get to the second week is a major accomplishment. They came out hot. They hit their threes, and then they just couldn't hit their threes in the second half.
Iowa, what I mean, how long do you think he's there for?
Gosh, I mean, if I was North Carolina, I'd be offering him everything.
He's from Iowa City.
So probably maybe he likes it. Who knows? It's like
I don't know.
maybe a Signetti thing, but
And like Iowa does have some decent, like they can back up some money.
yeah, they can put some money and people will go there. If you have a good program, it's just like people are going to go to Indiana now.
Wait, are you guys talking
Play
about
football?
or what? Oh shit! Sorry.
So like, if you build it, they will come. But I imagine like in North Carolina would be like, hey man, like the tradition. This is where Michael Jordan went. This is Dean Smith. We see you as the next guy to coach there for a long ass time. We're gonna offer you the world.
What about
So-
the Iowa State coach?
He's great, but they lost their best player 2 minutes in the tournament.
He's
And
a
that
weird
kinda
looking guy. He just wears like that polo, and
He looks like a
more
football
like a
player.
football guy.
He's very stocky.
Looks like Cam Scattaboo, like over there.
Yeah. Well, he's great. It's just a shame I thought they could go to the Final Four, but they lost their best player within 2 minutes of the tournament, and it's just like that changes everything. And it's
Oh
kind of like if
yeah.
Lindenborg got hurt 2 minutes in, you'd be like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's just horrible luck for them. But he's a fun coach. He doesn't get dressed up much.
I think all I did like Friday morning was watch sad Nebraska basketball edits on TikTok.
You should be
Well, you know
joyous.
what?
You
I'm
guys.
glad you
No, but
guys.
it was like, now that it's been about a week,
Yeah.
I could look back and be like, okay, the season was awesome. The ride that we went on. I don't know if I've had more
Could have
fun.
won that game too.
Oh, man, that hurts. Yeah.
Man, come on, we're trying to
That's
cheer
almost
Jim
part
up
that's almost
here.
part of that almost
Well,
makes it
I'm trying
worse.
to say,
yeah, I'm
what if?
sorry.
But like you look back on the season, I don't know if I've had more fun watching a Nebraska sporting like team than I did
Yeah.
watching basketball this year.
Mm-hmm.
It was so fun. But to have it like in the moment, to have your dream run snatched away by Iowa with the collapse that Nebraska had at the end of that game was heartbreaking.
Oh, they had no more legs left to hit the threes. I could see it. They were just chucking the threes up, and I'm like,
Oh, the
eventually
game
I
was
was
over with the four players on the court. That's what killed. Like that was I was
that
like, okay.
that that
I
hasn't been
left. I
done
walked out.
since yeah, that hasn't been done since the movie Hoosiers.
Yeah, it was awful.
He, Gene Hackman did that as well, but for different reasons. Because they wouldn't pass the ball 5 times.
What how's Nebraska looking next year? They got people coming back, or
We
what's
got
going
some
on?
coming back, some returning, but we're losing a decent chunk of this team.
Okay.
But
You
we don't
recruit.
know.
I mean, you just
Hoiberg, if he gets his guys in there, we'll see. If he can build
exactly.
it next year, will determine whether this is like sustained success and we're just at a different level, or if it was a flash in the pan magical season.
I think they'll be successful. I think they'll be a tournament team.
Successful just means making the tournament. Like, by the
Yes.
way,
But I don't think they're going to be like,
I
Final
don't think we'll
Four
be a
team.
3 seed again.
No. But it was a great run. And again, to get to the second week is awesome. And you won. There's been about 5 incredible games this tournament, and you were part of one of them where you won
Like until the end, Iowa Nebraska was also crazy. Like the back and
yes.
forth,
Yep.
just bombing threes on each other was
Yep.
very awesome.
And the problem with that game, I could see because Nebraska kind of led the first half, was like you couldn't pull away, like you just couldn't separate yourself and
Yeah,
get like that comfortable 8, 10 point lead. But it was a hell of a season.
goddamn right it was.
Well, congrats, Jim, because
Yes.
it's something to look forward to. Hopefully you can keep it going, or it might be one of those teams where maybe every year or two they make a run. Like I don't know.
I can
They got a
accept
good
that. I would
coach.
totally accept that, and I like Fred a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I mean, and he's not coaching in Nebraska, he's coaching somewhere else and doing
Exactly,
well. He'll always have a job.
except in the NBA.
No, he's not an NBA guy. I think you failed there already.
No mas.
I
No
wonder if it could
mas.
work out if he was with a different like organization though.
Some guys are meant to coach the NBA. So many college coaches fail there. And it was like, even with Danny Hurley, I'm sure, like, when he thought about it, he's like, how are they going to react to my style? Like, are they gonna adjust? Like, these guys, you can't, like, this is not boot camp in the NBA. Like, the players run the show. And so it's probably a much different skill or style to get the best out of the NBA guys as it is college. And I've seen many guys fail in the NBA that are great college coaches.
It's a completely different game.
Yes.
All right. Well, speaking of people who failed in the NBA, have you guys been
Uh-oh.
following this Jaden Ivey?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he said, but I was shocked because I thought like he was like some, a guy never played, but he averaged, it says 8 points a game, so he does play. And I guess he was making videos and being very homophobic, and
Yeah.
they said goodbye.
Well, he was terrific at Purdue, and then he had
Yeah,
some good seasons with the Pistons, but
sure.
somewhere along the line he broke his leg.
Yeah.
And he's just never been the same guy since. He relies a lot on that quickness and that
Hmm.
burst. Um, And so the Pistons finally unloaded him this year over to the Bulls. And like now I think he played in like 4 games. So he's basically been going on Instagram Live and going on these big, long religious rants, including like and then recently the final he started saying stuff about Steph Curry, like he's not a true believer and he's a devil worshiper, like, and then he was going on. Then he finally said stuff about the LGBTQ community, and that was like it. They're like, okay, dude, you're done. Like, I think the Pistons did a good job. I think they knew this stuff was going on, and they kind
Yeah,
of
they
like,
got him out of town.
Yeah, it's
yeah, at
shuffle him
just the
out of
right
there.
time. So they got some value for him too. They got Kevin Huerter
You think he'll ever
for him.
come back and play? Or
I don't know. Josh Gidey,
yeah,
uh, was like, I hope this guy just gets the help he needs. Like he didn't even say anything about like
sure,
like his views are bad. It's just like this
yeah,
guy needs help, and he
sure.
clearly
So they
does. I
probably know he's
It's
like wackadoodle in
they're probably
practice.
like, yeah, this dude's at best is annoying.
it looks like somebody in a manic episode.
It
If you've ever
definitely
known any
does.
bipolar people,
I mean,
it's
also the addiction of the internet, the addiction of the attention, it just kind of gets out of control for some people.
I think
And
like also having that injury and coming back and not being the same player when your career was just getting started might have
yeah,
really taken a huge toll. He
that
gets
is
back into
true as
religion,
well.
and maybe there's some other medicines involved or something that starts messing with
Mhm.
his brain. But yeah, it was just it's kind of tragic actually in a way because he's a young guy, and
Yeah.
I mean he's made
I mean,
about 30
it's
mil, but
crazy to be cut when you average 8 points and you're making probably 15 million a year. And it's also like we all have ideas. We all have
yeah,
ideas that might not, everybody agree with, but when you're still a corporate job, like you're in the
sure.
corporate world. When you're in the
I don't go to
corporate
my
world,
job and say
you
weird shit
know,
like that. Otherwise,
I
it's
go to
yeah, you
mine
HR.
and
got
say it.
What's that?
I go to my job and say weird shit, but it's usually just about spring football.
You're on top
exactly.
of a telephone pole at that point.
Yeah.
Do you actually climb in your job? Do you have to do that, or is it all underground?
It's ladders and bucket trucks, but it's not like I'm not
I mean, I'm not
climbing poles
on
like a
Twitter.
squirrel.
I'm not on Twitter or X or Threads, but I'm sure.
Maddie's off threads now?
Well, I have a thread. I never post on or look at
Yeah, you
it.
have the threads just because you have an Instagram.
It sucks. They won't let you delete it. If you delete it, they make you have to delete your Instagram. It's a
Yeah.
scam.
Oh man, I'm glad I never got one.
Well,
Fuck
so I
that.
I can only imagine the fights people are having about this guy, and it's just like I'm so glad I'm not in it to hear everybody's fucking opinion on it.
Oh
No,
yeah.
man,
Well,
you gotta
now other
hear.
people are getting in trouble for like supporting him.
Sure, yeah, there's that.
Travion Henderson was like,
Yeah,
saying something about persecution of the righteousness, and Vrabel's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm going to talk with this guy. We're not about that here,
yeah.
So, like, well, it's the misconception that he's getting, persecuted for being religious as opposed to just being a bigot,
Sure.
which is the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's a tough one because it is a corporate job, and as a franchise, you want to be inclusive. Is the word inclusive? Yeah, inclusive to all people to feel
Sure.
comfortable to go to your games
Yeah. I mean, that's
and
just
to the
business.
to the community. And so you got to kind of know that. And it's like, sure, you can have your ideas, and everybody has a right to your own opinion, but like you have a corporate, like whether you like it or not, your job is a corporate job, and there's like things you need to be corporate about, and that's kind of like not going against what the organization wants to put out to the community.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's common business sense, to me. I think
It's
people
tough
that are,
though. You want him to get help though. You really want him to,
yeah, to me, this feels much more like some sort of manic episode than,
yeah.
beyond just a religious
And also the
conviction.
addiction of the internet, where it's like, I know these athletes, they get, it's like, they're a lot like Starry John. They love playing their video games and sitting there and having people be like, "You're great, you're awesome. What do you do? Like, who's the best guy you faced?" And they love answering questions and being the big dick on campus. and you probably there's like an addiction to it.
Okay,
There's
guys,
definitely
you
an
want to?
attention addiction.
Well, I do have a bit of an odd inspirational story this week. It's
Yeah.
not all bad news.
Sure.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys ever go through life and sometimes are like coming up with excuses as to why you didn't succeed or something.
All the
Or
time.
right. Well, look no further than this professional cornhole player, Dayton James Weber.
Oh yeah.
This was
Who,
all over everything.
yes,
Yes, last. Oh my god, it
last
was so
week
good.
again. We're up to date with all of last week's stories, right?
No, this was amazing.
Yeah, he's a quadruple amputee. He's got basically stubs for all of his limbs, and he's been like that since birth. He was a professional cornhole player in spite of this, and I saw him. He's legit. There was no special equipment or anything for him. He just
No, he's like nubbing it.
tossed it. Somehow he like was driving a Tesla. He murdered. He shoots his buddy in the passenger seat, and then like dumps the body and is now in jail for murder. I mean, he's overcome so much to get to this point.
How did he shoot the gun?
That's what I
Still,
don't know.
I
These are
still
the
don't like.
questions I want answered.
So like, as this played out last week, like more and more information was trickling out, and
Yeah,
every time I heard more, I was like, this just leaves me with more questions.
I know. I'm not satisfied because at least I saw a video of him playing cornhole, and I'm like, okay,
How
that,
does
Okay, he
that
can play
works.
cornhole.
How does he throw
And I can-
cornhole with his arm?
He's got nubs, and he like does this power squat.
Does he have a
and
torso?
chucks it, and he does it.
Yeah, no,
all
Matty,
way.
he's just like it's like kind of cut off at like the elbow, basically.
And does he
Yeah.
have a
Elbow and
torso
the knee.
with no
Yeah,
legs?
basically like the
So
Def
he's
Leppard
Matty. He's a
drummer,
normal.
but two of
like,
those.
He's got the body of a normal person. It's
So he has
just
legs.
yeah. His arms and legs were kind of amputated like right after birth, because of some disease.
So he has no legs.
He's cut off at the knees and he's cut off at like the elbow.
Yeah,
And he's a world class cornhole player.
He's a professional cornhole player.
yeah.
I can't answer that. I mean, I haven't
No,
heard
there's
any
video
of it.
evidence of that. That one's easy.
Yeah, I haven't heard this story at all. I don't
And-
know. It hasn't made my news, but I'm not really on the news, so
Well,
And I
Betty,
can-
this is the important news.
I can
Yeah.
believe that he could drive because like they
And he
make
murdered
special
his
equipment
friend.
for vehicles and it's a
Right,
Tesla
and also
all
that Teslas have an assisted driving feature and stuff like that too.
How did he
Shot
shoot
his
the gun?
That
Yeah,
yeah.
How did he shoot the gun? And how was he planning on burying the body?
I don't know, but his big problem is he had two buddies in the back seat that wanted nothing to do with
Yeah,
his
they were just
murder.
like, we're over this shit.
Yeah. Like just
So did they
please
turn
let
him
us-
in?
I think the cops were like tailing them. They
Oh.
get out.
Well, this is a pretty tragic story. I don't know what to say. I mean,
I think it's inspiring.
Yeah.
what state is this in?
Ooh, that's a that
I'm
I don't
shocked
know.
this hasn't made the news. Like, did I
Matty,
see?
it was. I saw it. Not even just like Twitter or what. I saw this on.
I think
like,
it was in
local
Maryland,
news.
and then he fled to Virginia.
I saw this
Yeah.
on local news where I'm at. Like,
Yeah.
like they're. This was everywhere.
Oh, like
I never
3 or 4
watched the
people sent
news.
this story to me when it hit.
Yeah.
I wrote a whole screenplay about cornhole players, and so
We have a cornhole league in my town.
that's awesome. You should play.
Yeah,
Jim.
the first thing
I'm
you
not.
search is cornhole player with no arms and legs. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
He's 27.
I'm seeing him right now on NPR. He looks like he's a child. It's like he's got a baby face.
He's 27 years old, Matty.
Jesus. I mean, I don't know. He's gonna be doing a hard time, I guess. Well, this picture is when he was 18. So
I want to know how he shot the gun.
That's what I don't
couldn't-
know either. I wonder if he gets the special hook adapters or something.
Maybe something to help with driving too. So
That's a crazy story.
double up on that. It was a different amputee talking about shooting a gun. He gets the gun like a little bit custom made.
That's an intense story, man.
It's awesome. It's inspiring.
Well,
How the gun was fired.
I don't know if it's awesome, but
I mean, it sucks that the one dude died, but
It sucks, kind of.
Yeah, it sucks that one dude died, but
I mean,
it's a
like,
crazy story.
what is up with these
Yeah.
people? Who was
Who
the
are
Blade
these
Runner
people?
guy, the South African guy that
Yeah,
then killed his?
Victorious, Jaco,
It's not. That's what I was gonna say too. Chaco
the bass player,
Pastorius.
Jaco
Right.
Victorious.
He's also a nutter. Jesus.
I'm obsessed with Miracle on Ice, the 80 hockey team. And I was looking up, there's a couple guys that died on the team. One of the guys' name was Mark Pavlich, and he played on the Rangers for a lot of years. And I'm looking up his Wikipedia,
Bingo.
and they're like, when he was 18, he killed a buddy who was 15 in a hunting accident. They deemed an accident. And then they said his wife died falling down the stairs that the cops said was suspicious. I'm like, and then the guy ended up killing himself. I'm like, how is this not like a bigger story?
Right.
I mean, anytime a wife falls down the stairs, it's highly suspicious.
But when a guy does it, okay. So I'm watching this guy shoot a gun.
Okay.
I put in the chat. It's really hard to tell. I think the end of his nubs have little muscles in them that can kind of wrap around. And
Well, they
pull
probably
the
still have
trigger.
like They probably still have like some of the tendons and whatnot that go to your
I
hands.
think that's what's going on because I'm watching it, but I don't know how to describe it. Jim, I put
The
it in
other
the
thing
chat.
too is like,
I'm looking at it right now.
if you're his buddy and he's like, "I'll fucking shoot you," you're like, "Yeah, right. How you gonna shoot me?"
I would be like that.
I don't.
Like-
This kid's remarkable though. I wouldn't doubt anything he would do. Like
Yeah,
they
that
had
is
news
true.
features on him when he was a kid because he was still doing sports. He was a wrestler too, and he pinned people and shit.
Yeah, he's got like little things at the end of his arms.
Well,
Yeah.
OJ was a pretty good athlete too.
Much better athlete than person. Same goes for this guy.
He might have been a good person up until this moment. I don't know. We all
I
have
don't know.
lapses of
It
judgment.
takes a lot to kill somebody. I mean, I couldn't even fathom.
No.
I feel bad when I squash a bug. So
Matty, you're an empath.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
just I'm a better person than most people. So it's just
That's
is
a
what it is.
fact. That's a fact.
That's what Jim and I
That's a
always say
fact,
when we're
Jack.
talking about you. That Mandy Goldberg. I'll tell you about
That is a fact, Jack. Like
All right. The
stuttering.
point of this story is don't let society tell you can't do nothing. You want to play
Well, I'm sure it'll be a
cornhole?
good documentary
Do it.
someday.
Yeah. You want to wrestle with no arms and legs? Do it. You want to murder
Damn
your
right.
friend? Don't do it. But you can if you really wanted to. Okay. Last week we also had Joe Flacco, 41-year-old Joe Flacco, signing on to Cincinnati. Is this going to put them over the top?
Is that
No.
every team in that division he's played for now?
Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland. And
Oh, he needs
no,
Pitt.
not Pittsburgh.
He needs Pittsburgh.
That's not going to happen.
I want him to run the table.
It might.
I wonder why he still wants to do it. Like, why not just get into coaching?
What if he just has fun playing?
I guess he's not
I
going to
mean,
play
you stay
though.
in shape. You don't have to hang out with your family all
Yeah.
year round.
I mean,
If
yeah,
you're
if you're
the
backup, it's easy money.
right? It's Blue Mountain State, baby.
He's living large. Also, people can just yell for Joe Flacco. I still think he's good for one game. He'll give you one.
Sure.
Yes. And Burrow gets hurt a lot.
But he's one
Yeah.
of those guys if your team's decent. Well, which
I wonder if
Cincinnati.
the Bengals, there's rumors that they'll
The
trade
Bengals
Burrow.
is like
but
the worst team you can have Joe Flacco
I
on.
don't
That
think so.
offensive
He
line.
will be working this season.
And he might get hurt behind that O line.
Right. Maddie, have you watched any baseball yet?
Yeah, it's season started. It's started very early. Same old shit. Dodgers great. Yankees great. My Red Sox stink.
How
You
are
know,
the challenges on the balls and strikes?
yeah, that's okay.
It's not too disruptive.
No, they get it done fast. If it
They're
took
only
too
allowed
long,
2 a game, right?
yeah, but it works. I saw them change a call that was like a perfect pitch on the black, and they called it a ball, and then they reviewed it and they got it right.
All right, as long as it's
So
not a
I'm
big
cool with it.
disruption, I'm sure people will be happier, having better results.
I mean, sometimes
more
the pitcher will throw a perfect pitch, and the ump will miss it and just like get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here, you know. So you want to get that right,
So
but
why do we have umps still?
well, I mean, I
It's
don't know.
part
I
of the
mean,
game.
you're
That's
not
the good
ready to
answer. That's the
completely
good
get rid
answer.
of them.
So I was watching a clip from the Korean League, and the umps don't even initially call the ball and strikes. They wait for the
Machine.
system to
Yep.
tell them
Yeah.
that. But I was watching some of the videos, and the machine it's completely inaccurate sometimes. So you'll see
Yeah.
just balls way outside, and they're calling strikes. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It was like, okay, if you're going to use that, at least make sure the system is working correctly. Ooh, we got Puka Nacua is building
Oh
a
yeah.
fantastic resume.
Yeah,
It
he's
runs in that family, dude. His brother last year in the United Football League punched a fan during a game too.
Oh yeah, then he stole a car, which he
Yeah,
weaseled out of. But
he's
it's a
such a
family
talent
thing.
though. He's such a talent that it's not a problem yet, but like in a couple years, this could be a problem, you know?
yeah,
Like
I hope it's not like a CTE thing where this thing just keeps getting
he's
worse. I
so
hope it's just
young
some
though. It's what his
immaturity
third
going on.
year. It's
So
his
the
third it it's starting so young.
yeah, I think of a lot of it's that younger generation culture, though, the streamers and all that.
Yeah,
Because he got in trouble with the hanging out with Aiden Ross, who's just, I don't know
sure.
what that guy does for society.
Yeah.
But he got Nakua to do a anti-Semitic
I
gesture,
saw that, yeah.
which I wasn't even aware of. So I was happy
Yeah,
to at least learn
I
it.
didn't
It felt more
even
educational than anything to
sure.
me. And now he's apparently had bit a girl and
Yeah.
said an anti-Semitic remark too.
And he definitely
Very
bit
nice.
her. He bit her, that is a
I
fact.
don't. Was that part of a sexual thing, like a Marv
I
elbow, or
don't
was
know. I
this?
mean, he's like that guy, the actor that was a vampire, the Army Hammer guy.
Oh yeah, the cannibal.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, and it's like Antonio Brown started going crazy like 7, 8 years in the league. You're his third year, and like you're so talented. What are you doing? But
Yeah, I
playing
mean the
LA,
Rams. I trust
you're
Les Snead, so we'll see.
well, I mean, it's hard to get rid of him. He's so talented.
Yeah, he's like, I mean,
And a
Njigba
league
had a
of
great
talented
year,
wide
but if it wasn't for
receivers.
that, I would put him as the number one receiver. You know?
Yeah, he's like a top five wide receiver and a league of talented wide receivers.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it's. I'm sure there'll be much more to come on this.
It just runs in the family. It's a
It's
family
a
thing.
family tradition. The NFL is now scrapping dual Monday night games.
That's a bummer. But I heard the first game is Wednesday night. They're trying to figure out all types of shit.
Oh my god.
They're
When will
trying.
they? When are they going to make it so that you have to like pay a premium to watch the preseason or
When
something?
are they gonna make it where there's football every day of the year?
Maddie,
They'll
there is
figure
football every day of the year, and
that is
like
true.
in like November, there is football every day of the year for like 3 straight weeks.
No, but I'm saying the NFL will be like there'll be somehow a special game in March or something.
They'll do like some exhibition game.
Yeah.
I could see them like acquiring the UFL and then putting those seasons off the, like having other developmental leagues, but
I
I
just
don't.
don't see why they would do that. They already have college ball with it. They don't even like have to invest in it.
I agree with that, but if there's a way to monetize the UFL and make it work for them,
If you just slap the NFL logo on it, you get a bunch of monkeys that fucking love to watch that shit. I
sure, yeah.
fucking NFL people just slap an NFL logo onto it. People just drool and love watching it, no
I
matter
know.
how shit the content is.
And if they can get games on Tuesday night, if they can get games on Wednesday night, they certainly will.
I'll be
Yeah,
watching Maction, baby.
I
Yeah.
know. That's the real fun if you're a gambler.
Even
Uh
if you're not just like the pure chaos of a Tuesday night Mac game.
Yeah. Trying
Oh,
to hit that over.
that was one of
Trying
my
to get a
that was probably like one of my not mine, but one of the best replies I ever saw of last year was the Maction guy commenting on somebody's post where it's like, you wouldn't understand real football. Maction is real football. You don't get it unless you see a raccoon run across an end zone while 60 drunk students are cheering in the freezing rain. You wouldn't last a minute in Ypsilanti.
Ipsy, baby. Good shout out. I love it. No, I know it's funny because when the college teams are like that, they always score like a million points. But when the pros are playing in these off teams, they don't score any points and they're just sloppy and it's terrible.
It's awful. How many bad Thursday night games have we talked about for the last like 2 years?
Oh, it's
We
always
got a
shit.
classic though. We get if one is good out of 7 or 8, for them
Right.
it's worth it. And it's more, to get football on more nights of the week is what they want. They'll figure out how to get Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right. Uh, Tiger Woods rolled his
Yeah.
car.
Yeah,
Another
it's taking
DUI.
He said he was on his phone. That's what did it. He was trying to change the music on his phone.
Well, now he says he's taking a step back from golf.
Yeah, I think he was on pills, is what the word is.
Yeah,
He
that
wouldn't
dude.
take it.
I've heard interviews like his back pain is no joke. Like his surgeries were like
Oh,
terrible.
crazy! Yeah,
Um, he probably should just focus on being healthy
Health.
and not worry
Yeah,
about it.
he's a troubled soul.
kind of crazy. He
Yeah,
didn't have a driver.
these guys never have drivers.
No, they could. They could have my buddy Jason Goko drive him anywhere.
They could call an Uber. They could literally look around and go, "Will anybody give me a ride home?" And everybody in the
Yes.
bar would offer to give him a ride home because it's Tiger Woods. The
Mm-hmm.
bartender would just put up a sign saying, "I'd be right back," and he would drive them home.
Exactly. He could get
It
away with
never
anything.
ends. Yeah. No, it never ends with these dudes. All right, you guys got anything to add before we get out of here? That's all I got for
No,
this.
I got two things. One, shout out Arena Football One, the Nashville Cats' newest ownership partner, Jeff Jarrett,
Oh,
Jay.
Jeff Jarrett.
getting
Has he
involved
got
with
the
the
back in
Nashville
the
guitar?
Cats.
Has he
He's
got the
back in the
guitar?
he's back in the mainstream news.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
JEFFJARRETT. That's double J.
Damn right, Matty. Yeah, he's newest owner. Like he's involved with the ownership group of the Nashville
Congratulations
Cats.
to him. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And then also the UFL just posted week 1, baby.
So how was it? Was it good?
Yeah,
I heard
what
It
the
was
guy
happened?
made
football
four.
was great.
What is the 4-point field goal? That's over 60 yards.
Yeah, 60 yards or above is a 4-point field goal.
And that was the first in sports history.
That was. We had it, I believe it was the DC Defenders St. Louis Battlehawks game, had the first 4-point field goal ever. And then the other rule that they introduced that really affected things were there's no punting once you cross the 50-yard line.
I
Ooh.
love that.
It's crazy. It's been nuts.
I mean,
The
they
only
don't do that in the NFL anyways, but I like it.
the one rule that it's a bring back, but it's also a new rule that I hate is it's only 1 foot inbounds for a catch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
really?
like the 2 feet.
Yeah, I'm just like it's pro football. It should be 2 feet.
I
Yeah,
agree.
especially if these guys are trying to go to the league.
Yeah. Everything else, I'm interested to see. Experimentation's part of the game.
Mhm.
They have been awesome. Austin Reed, if you're trying to look for guys who might be preseason guys, you might see them in camps and whatnot. Austin Reed, quarterback for the Dallas Renegades, he was on some teams last year.
Yeah.
Got jumped around a little bit. He's gonna be good. He's like
what position?
quarterback. He's
Where
like
did he play,
mid-20s.
college?
It seems like kickers are the
Kickers
gateway.
are like the main one, Matty, but I'm saying he'll be a backup somewhere.
Gotcha.
He played Western Kentucky. He had all the records for the year. I think it was Drake May went. He was in the same draft class, I believe, with no, he would have just been 24. So
Were
who
you
was in the
playing
20?
college?
Western Kentucky.
Okay. They have good quarterbacks. They have Zappi who played there, I think. Bailey
Yeah.
Zappi.
What is that?
So he
I
would have
did see-
been the same draft class as Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May.
Oh, so he's not. He's a young guy.
Yeah.
I did see that they were like giving bonuses to coaches and stuff when kickers make the NFL. They're really focusing on the kickers.
They're doing stuff like that, and then I
Yeah.
think he was paying kickers to make 60-yard field goals, and then there was a cool interaction in the Louisville game between the Birmingham Stallions and fans because they're playing at the soccer stadium in Louisville,
Hmm.
and apparently, as the Birmingham Stallions are walking back to the locker room, they're maybe like 6 feet away from opposing fans, and they were getting into a shouting match. The Stallions player just
I
rips a
saw that.
beer off and like sprays the beer on the fan
Yes.
I
base.
saw that. Yeah.
I
When is
love
Yes.
the
that
next game?
shit.
The game's Friday or Saturday?
What?
What time are the games on Friday and Saturday?
So okay, so this week they're doing a weird deal. So they're gonna have a game Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday.
Are they going against the March Madness?
So Friday, what time is March Madness on Friday?
It's
It's
not
Saturday.
women's.
Yeah, Saturday they're going at 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's so dumb.
They have to go at night, I think. I don't really know why they're
So
not going
dumb.
Saturday during the
Why would
day.
they do that?
That's a good question, Maddie. They got good ratings last
Why
Saturday.
not do Saturday in the daytime?
That's a good question. I don't really know why.
Going up against fucking Arizona, Michigan, dumb.
They're doing all night. So they're doing Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then
Dumb.
Tuesday night.
Stupid.
But
Is The Rock still involved? Like,
he's technically, yes.
what happened there?
He just doesn't do anything anymore. I think ever since it rebranded from the XFL in 2024, he's really stepped away. And now it's Mike Rapoli, the horse guy. It's his show basically. He's
The horse
the main
guy?
dude. Mike Rapoli, he's big in horse racing. He founded Body Armor. He founded Vitamin Water.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah, he's a billionaire, has a bunch of different stuff.
that's crazy. Okay, like it's just weird that The Rock just vanished, kind of.
Yeah, he just really hasn't been involved for the last 2 years.
Is he still like an owner or?
Yes, technically, yeah. So
Hmm.
it's really weird.
Also, the public has kind of turned against The Rock too a little bit. So
Yeah, it's really weird.
I won't
Yes,
ask
it's
what.
not going to help
Probably political.
if he's back.
No, I think it's just people are annoyed with him.
Yeah, there's
He
too much
kind of
Rock.
oversaturated the market on The Rock. He was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
I
it was,
mean, they even
it was
boo him when he goes back to wrestling now.
yeah. I think it's a combination of oversaturation and everything he does seems super disingenuous.
Yeah. It's like trying to tell people he's natty too when he's like clearly on
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
testosterone and HGH or whatever the hell.
But we had our first week. It was awesome. The games were fun. Louisville showed out. There was like 15,000 people there almost.
Oh wow, that's a good crowd.
Congratulations.
It was a good time. I can't wait for the season to play out and see how it goes.
And Maddie, the Dabbleverse.
John is, oh, his hands are disgusting. I'm looking at a picture right now. They're like purple. I was like, I swear to God, the other day, he's like, my hands are turning purple. And I was literally going to send him $2 and be like, go to the hospital. He won't go to the ER.
Well, he did. Did he
Everybody
get
was
a
saying
cast on his hand? And like,
He's got like a sling on his left hand, and his whole arm is, and it's just
well, he
so.
probably doesn't have insurance anymore. Like,
They said surgery be like $5,000, so he doesn't want to get surgery.
oh come on, that's like one super chat for him.
Yeah. Some
Super
people were
chat.
asking if he shits his pants today.
He does it for efficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just throw in a little diaper cloth. You're all
Damn
set.
right.
Good to go. All right, anything else, guys?
No, I think we're done.
Other than
All
that, I
right.
got nothing.
I gotta put out the trash.
Got to put out the trash, baby. All right,
Yeah.
everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy your final days of March Madness here. We'll be back probably next Tuesday so y'all can watch the games. And we'll see you next week for another exciting edition of the Sports Hole.
Sports Hole.
Bye-bye.